So, last time we played, we dealt with Joe.
Yes.
Dealt with him.
Yeah, you guys had just arrived at a cave that had a bunch of animals in it, and you found out that
slaughtered them all.
Rona, Joe's younger brother who was maimed after an animal attack, was the cause and culprit of the animal attacks that were going around.
I think it's pronounced mean.
Mean? He was dank meat.
Legless.
He was
Legolas?
Legolas, the elf ranger.
He was a legless elf ranger.
You did that on purpose.
Oh yeah,
Legless the elf ranger.
Now it's me.
all right.
Yeah.
So you guys got to the cave, and after a brief conversation, you then left.
Yep.
And then
Screw this place.
And then Rinlith went in, and Rona decided to attack him because evidently he hates high elves and wanted to just kill everybody.
To be fair, you look like a drow, but whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. The drow part, too. So then
Both of I have.
the fight ensued, which was pretty one-sided. The animals got slaughtered pretty much. The fireball at the beginning didn't help.
Yeah.
Then Joe ran off into the cave after he had heard that Rona had some girls that were taking care of him. So Joe wanted to be there by himself first to meet the girls. And
Because I knew it was probably a hag coven and I needed to disrupt it before it got powerful.
it totally was a hag coven, and they dropped you like you were a baby. It's terrible.
That was pretty bad, yeah.
And you fell asleep right.
Did you used to have kids? Is that what happened?
Stay away from my family.
Brought it home from the hospital and dropped it in the street, and then that was it.
What do you mean? It didn't even get out of the hospital.
Like a broken egg.
Do you want to hold the kid? Yeah.
Do you use a bow?
Uh-huh.
He has a bow. I think he's used it once.
Yeah,
He prefers to run into the front of combat and get beat up.
that happened one time.
I think it happened twice.
Okay, maybe twice.
We've only had 2 combats since you've joined us.
Accurate.
Sorry.
Okay.
I have an arrow to give you.
You fell asleep to the Hag Coven, and then by the time the next person showed up, they had polymorphed themselves into beautiful young maidens, but already knowing that they weren't because of the metagaming aspect, and the fact that they were a little suspicious, wanting you to come over and get an antidote.
Step into my windowless van and have candy.
Yeah.
It's like, this is not shady.
Wait, do you have a van here?
So the fight
Your safe
ensued
mattress in the back.
with the hags, and
God.
they threw some lightning bolts. Van almost died.
Accurate.
But other than
Very
that,
close to death.
the fight went pretty well. You broke the Hag Coven, and they weren't able to cast their massive spells anymore, and Kabar has a bajillion hit points, so
Also that.
tanked everything.
Kind of his job.
But then you heard some screams from the front of the cave, and you found out that Cilia was trying to help, in quotes.
Oh, yeah. Shit.
And
She did help.
there were black tentacles flying everywhere, picking up everything in the room, and some things that were even outside of the room. They started bursting through the walls and where the hags were. Rona got knocked unconscious twice, I believe, from the tentacles, while Joe tried to keep him alive. Finally, the tentacles subsided, and the fight was won, and Cilia regained control, and then everyone left the cave except for Van, who wanted to explore the cave.
Oh, God.
Van found a crevice that he slipped through
I'm just going to gloss over this part.
very unsuccessfully at first, but he did finally make it through. Leapt over a small stream as well. Then by himself found a little altar with 2 items on it and an inscription he couldn't read. And he decided to grab one of the items. Everything was fine. He just decided to grab the second item, and it electrocuted him to death.
Unconsciousness.
No,
That's true.
To death.
Unconscious. He lied there on the floor while other people, or Kabar tried to save him, but Kabar couldn't fit through the crevice due to his armor, so he had to call for help. And by the time help got there, Rinlith, surprisingly, was the one that came. And by the time Rinlith got to Van, it was just in time to see Van die.
Yeah.
Okay.
The last electric jolt run through his body.
Another servant died by electrocution.
But luckily, Joe had a Revivify scroll and was able to run.
That's right. I
over
burned my Revivify squirrel.
and resurrect Van. And then we found out that Renlith could read the inscription on the altar and found out that you were only supposed to take one item, and the other one would electrocute you, or at least hurt you.
Yeah, we've all been there.
We also learned that one item, according to the inscription, was a boon and the other was a bane, essentially.
Mm.
And then we moved out of the cave and headed back to home, and we met Joe's parents, and they were lovely people, very well educated.
Super nice, racist.
Yeah, super racist. Uncomfortably racist.
No, they're not racist. You should see my uncle.
They were the open-minded family.
Yeah. You guys would have been lynched so hard. Or at my uncle's house.
Joe's
you.
father
You would've
wasn't
burned
really
alive.
comfortable with any of you. Basically told you all and pointed out all the terrible things about your races.
They're nice.
Pretty ballsy, actually, when you think about it.
Yeah.
Really good sweet tea, though.
It's okay. You were in his house, and his son was there to protect him.
Oh, and they poisoned me
Wait, the
with
legless
liquor.
Yeah,
No.
Fey wine.
Joe.
You learned about Fey wine.
Yeah, and you learned about Fey wine the
Woke
hard
up
way.
naked in the front
I
yard.
wouldn't say learned.
If you want any more, I've got quite a bit of it that I'm carrying around.
Maybe if I want to forget the past 24 hours.
Joe provided
Time
some
travel
money to
forward.
Rona to start
Expand
up
about that.
a shop of some sort, and they're going to go into business together whenever Joe comes back,
It's a pot store.
probably tomorrow.
CBD.
And then the group decided to try to leave town as quickly as possible because no one was really comfortable hanging out with Joe's parents. And they didn't really feel all that welcome either, for some reason.
You guys really wanted to go, though.
That's
Did you see what I did to their outhouse? I'm not going to stick around for that.
You're going to dig a new hole after that.
All this time, the entire time that you've been hanging out with Renlith, you've never seen defecate.
It's probably a good thing.
Does he Harry Potter magic it away every time?
Oh, God.
Poops on the floor.
That's why he wears robes.
I thought he was sneering at me. Turns out he was pooping.
I thought we were being followed by a rabbit.
Little known fact, drow shit indistinguishable from rabbit.
And Cocoa Puffs.
Wait, what? I have so many Cocoa Puffs in my inventory?
That's what a good berry
Yeah,
is.
there you go.
Oh,
no.
no, bad
That's
berry.
Bad berry.
-1 hit point.
I never eat them. I just offer them. I never eat them. Why does your brother describe him as moldy?
That's just Rothklar.
God.
Rothklar is all about fungus and mold.
His brother's the ranger in my other group.
Oh.
When he does good words, he's like, I hand you a moldy berry. Thanks.
I'm not eating this.
Specifically.
Moldy. Specifically moldy.
Huh.
Sometimes it's fuzzy.
He's pretty good ranger though. Yeah, okay.
Okay, sorry.
So, and now we're going to hang out with Van's dead family.
So there was some discussion on if you were going to go to Celebrimor to get your teleportation portal so you could fly back home, or to try to head west to find Van's old stomping ground.
No, we were staying here anyway because of the
I think
Druid competition or something, right?
Yes, and also inopportunely, as soon as Renlith walked into the cave earlier
That's right.
to talk to Rona's brother, he got a message sent to his head
You got enough.
as an invitation to attend a Druid
Just
challenge.
one more.
Clapia Grove of Briar's Patch on Parthus 18.
Yes, it was something you didn't quite understand, but in 4 days it's supposed to take place.
And I
I thought it was a trial,
yeah, sort of.
wasn't it?
Yeah. So I
It's a
think
trial by combat.
what we decided, because we're on the
He's like a
east-
senior druid.
we're on the east side of Rainbow Lake, and going north or south around the lake will each take us to the destination that we want, but going north takes us through Celebrimor. So we could go there, pop in real quick, which would not probably be very quick.
And then going south would take us to his home town.
I
homeland?
thought that, are they both west, or is his hometown south as well?
Is it like a city or his hometown thing, or can we do like both in like one?
Because
weird
we don't
path?
know exactly.
He knows his hometown is west, but he's not like exactly sure. He'd have to like start looking. Once he gets closer,
Oh,
he'll
right,
be able
okay.
to tell you more. It's been
Okay.
a while since he's been there.
Is it really called
50 years.
Dismal Marsh?
It is Dismal
Wow.
Marsh.
So expected Bright Happy Rainbow
It's not
March?
a,
Really selling it.
it's not a very.
Well, you did move there from Rainbow Lake.
It's not a very popular place.
So I guess the other direction is
How's the
Mount.
coffee?
Mount
Good.
Mount
Good,
of Death,
thank you.
Desert Damnation.
Wasn't sure how it was going to turn out
No,
after
this
the
continent
brewing
is
fiasco.
horseshit.
Mountains
That
of
was
Misery.
close.
Yeah,
Those are
I
your
was
options.
pretty stressed
This
out.
is like
I was a little too.
this is like my mind world.
You might want to think about medication.
These are the different compartments of my personality as a continent.
I like it. They tried.
Is there like a happy, fresh baked bread land?
They tried with the other desert. They
I
called
gave
it
all
the
that to
Plains
my
of
kids.
Dust instead of just calling it a desert.
That's not a desert. It's actually like plains.
Full of dust.
Well,
Kind of sand.
it's
Bone dust.
I've been to
bone dust.
Afghanistan,
It's
sir.
only dust. Well, okay, so a bunch of these things are magical pockets.
Right.
And the Plains of Dust is literally uninhabitable. Anyone who walks into Plains of Dust begins aging rapidly and decomposes.
Cool.
So
Perfect.
no one's actually been there
Let's
for
go
a long
there
time.
next.
The gateway to the place is
Yeah.
under a rug, and everything you sweep there is kind of.
No, it's pretty obvious because you've got like grassland and then just basically nothing.
Coincidentally, there's always a frog. Like you're standing there, like, And I was like, ribbit.
Why won't it let me stay?
Luckily, animals have gotten
That's
the
annoying.
idea and they kind
Look
of
at
avoid
this.
the area.
Never mind. There's no clues. You just die. What? Yeah, we can go to the city.
The only reason that, as Renlith, the only reason that I want to go there, bear in
You
mind,
guys out if you're.
is to. I mean, I've got the map here. If you wanted to know, Joe.
I can restock goals.
Either that way or that way.
Okay.
Hey, you want a magic arrow?
Sure.
If you hit someone with it, if they have to do a DC 13 something,
That
and if they fail, their
That
movement speed
idea?
is 0.
they
That's
at their
handy.
last.
But if you roll a 1 or a 2
before
to
last,
hit, it breaks.
They have
Can you
two
recover it and reuse it?
basically bits of +1 or +2
I stopped using it
sling
because I stopped using my bow.
stones or something, and they tried to
I
sell
got
them.
this.
You know, on the item sheet in Fantasy Grounds.
I call it
it's
confidence.
that they're worth hundreds of gold each, and nobody's offering them more than like a couple of gold for them because the fuck wants to buy a magic sling bullet?
Oh,
No one?
my character's carrying it now. I don't have a sling.
Nobody has a
You
sling.
just have a magic pet rock.
I kind of wish the prices were not visible to players.
Me too.
What's the difference
There's
between
gotta
a
be
bog and a
exception.
marsh? Do you guys ever want to go to an island? I want to go to an island.
Which one? Is it Island of Death or something?
Emil's Reach.
Are we walking to Celebrimor?
Yeah, we are. I'm just
Let's
That's what we're
go
doing.
way.
I feel like
over
Redlight just
here.
kind of headed that direction.
Acid bog? I don't want to.
I'm just talking
And
out
while
loud.
while we're on our walk in the morning, I'm giving everybody a rousing speech.
Oh, F yeah.
Yeah, I'm pumped.
I was really upset about that until I realized it gives us temporary hit
Yep.
points.
you
I'm like, I don't want to listen to this again. Oh, wait, I feel better.
only get one, right? They don't stack. I think you
To
said that
HP,
last
yeah,
time,
it does
right?
not stack. Whichever the highest number is, you get.
How much is it?
17 temporary hit points.
That's okay. Did we long rest? I look
Yeah,
like it.
you guys woke up, so you long rested.
I have
So,
many hit points.
Chris, marshes are nutrient-rich wetlands that support a variety of reeds and grasses. Bogs are characterized by poor soil and high peat content.
Peat.
Yeah.
The acid bog also has acid.
Imagine that.
Pools of acid.
Shocking.
It's real nice.
All my last names mean from the swamp.
Interesting. That's good to know now. That's good to know.
The Dismal Marsh is just very foggy.
How much was it? 12 to 10? 18?
17.
And there's a lot of
Whoa.
will-o-wisps that
Yeah.
like to drag you in or like lead you because they're little balls of light. They like to.
Oh,
lead you-
will-o-wisps.
Yeah, they like to lead you into bad places
Yeah.
because that's what they do.
It's for some reason they're just inherently evil.
No,
Because they're ghosts.
I don't think they're necessarily evil. I think they just like to screw with people,
They lead them to their death
and they don't really see a consequence.
because they're not the ones that die.
Yeah, I don't know if they're actually like evil or just
Ethereal beings don't really
don't care.
Oh, here we
have
go.
sense.
Oh, that's fair point.
Alright.
Figured it out.
Wandering.
Oh, no, they are
wandering.
chaotic
Maximum
evil.
scale.
They're chaotic evil? Yeah, they're
Weird
just
thing.
pure evil.
Yeah, they're just-
We just kill people for fun.
We're right by the Jade
I would hate it
Sanctum.
if this was ever more than 100.
Oh, thank God. Oh, my eyes. Oh, phew. Thank you.
I wouldn't say you were right by it. And do you really want to go back there?
Nope.
It was the place you guys were thinking about making your base for a while.
Was that the Jade Sanctum?
Yeah, back at like level 2.
What's a Jade Sanctum?
It,
That wasn't the cave.
no,
The
that
tower?
was the library
Yeah,
where you first met Lilithana.
that's where I first died.
Maybe?
I was pretty close to death.
I don't remember.
It was the first time I went below 0.
There's been so many
It
times.
was where you met
since
Lilithana for the first time and killed the fire mage.
Yep.
And Eli, and where you got your treasure map to go
Good times.
to start this whole terrible aspect.
It's also where I decided to become a rogue. I found a book.
And where you were told to
Or
look
something.
for the information about the compass. And it had almost nothing.
It's a good thing we burnt all those other instructions, though, or maps.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Anywho, we walking?
I'm riding on my magical horse.
Okay.
Obviously.
I can go faster than your horse. This is a forest.
True.
We still have our horses.
My
right?
horse isn't actually very fast. Its legs just move fast.
We still have our horses, right?
It's
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
Our regular-
They-
Just solid.
Centipede.
Do I still have my horse?
Oh, God.
Yes.
Okay, good.
All the horses were still alive. Then the horse had died. They were just kind of spooked after the cave. But they're fine now.
Giant black tentacles tried to eat them.
Something like that.
Yeah.
That's how all the horses should be spooked constantly.
I like my horses like I like my children. Spooked?
That's weird.
You gotta
Dropped.
leave. Gotta-
Dropped. Oh. Too soon.
My mother loved me more after she dropped me.
That's how it works.
That makes sense.
It does.
Let's head west
So,
Yep.
Van, do you have any?
towards the sun.
Do you have any expectation of what we might find when we get to this area west of the lake?
No. My family lived there for many
I'm
generations.
guiding them to the city.
And
If it's hard to find.
then we were overrun
I'm
by
sorry, I wasn't,
undead.
that's the thing, I wasn't quite sure. So we're going south or north?
North.
North. We're going to Celebrimor right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Passing
route.
through there
En route.
Okay.
to get my spend my 1 minute at a circle, unlock the fast travel.
Just like he has to redo all of his random encounters.
It's okay. It looks like the south way we have to cross a pretty huge river too,
Yeah, there's also...
and I don't want to experience more
We're on the
that shit.
west side of it.
The last time we did that, we
We're on the east side of
fought
heading west.
our bridge troll.
Ah.
You're east heading west.
Wait, there's a troll on the bridge?
Yeah, we killed it.
Huh. Imagine that. Little.
That was the last time we were in the Elven Forest.
It's like their second or third game. It had to be pretty cliche.
I think I still have the thing we
I'm
found.
still
from
new to D&D.
Yeah, I was,
Fighting a dragon in a dungeon.
Hey, that is not cliche at all. No one does that.
goblins in a cave.
That was right after the Jade Sanctum.
No,
Literally.
it's before.
No.
It was before.
What? Dragon?
So
Oh, no, I was thinking... I meant the troll.
The troll was before, yeah. The dragon was after.
Van, what happened to your family?
Well,
Eating by polar bears?
no. They.
Who said that?
My village was attacked by undead.
Undead.
Ghouls, skeletons.
Are you sure it wasn't hick elves?
You know, it's hard to tell.
I do whatever the Elven version of this is.
Oh, cool.
Well, they were kind of rotten and full of holes, and they didn't smell like Feywild, so I don't think it was the elves.
Please never again.
And they weren't wearing overalls with no shirt, so they also had gaping holes in their bodies, but were still moving around. So yeah, I'm fairly confident it was
That
undead.
sounds like
That sounds like undead.
undead.
How were you the only one to survive?
I don't know if I was the only one to survive. My father told me to run and flee to the swamp, and I did. And when I was too afraid to go back, and I never did.
So we don't even know what we're gonna find back there.
No.
Well, we are well prepared for addressing an undead threat, as well as the fact that we're going to Celebrimor, so we can inquire about the lands to the southwest.
Right. And you walking into Celebrimor
I know it's
Might
a
also
hard
answer
word
it
to say.
It's that high elf speech.
Celebrimor.
Celebrate 2 syllables and speak on
Gotta add that wood elf twang to it.
Celebrimor.
We just call it the city.
In the city.
Town.
Like the Walmart.
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
God.
No, we have one of those in town. That's the reason we have no other stores.
I feel like your town's more of a Dollar General kind of place.
Oh, man.
Until Walmart came in. Fuck it.
That's
Okay.
why they hate the high elves.
Well, honestly, you walking in might answer questions too, because people are going to be like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
It's either they're going to say another one, or we haven't seen one of those in 50 years since.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Or they're just going to be dead.
I know that furbolgs
Celebrimor?
are not
No.
appreciated in
What?
high elf
We're talking about the
society.
city.
Oh.
Wait, is that true?
Sorry, I was
They're a
distracted.
little country for high elves.
I mean,
Folksy.
everybody is, but
Earthy.
Quaint.
Thank
yeah,
you.
My
Pretty much only high elves are welcome in
Not
high elf
like
society.
8 other races quaint, but, you know,
I mean,
cornbread and
high elves are
Stuff
pretty
it.
much the most racist D&D base race there is.
Except for Drow.
Okay, except for Drow, because they're now base
What?
race too. But they're
one's racist and one's genocidal.
Okay, so the Drow are racist.
Yeah.
yeah,
All right. I mean, I'll barely be welcome. You're barely be welcome. He's half human, so
It's the other half.
So I think the best strategy is to perhaps continue
What are you guys talking
on.
about?
Does he grind his tusks down?
We should
I
continue.
never thought about that.
We should probably continue on as
do you have to?
I don't know.
just cut them
I
off.
feel like you would.
while we're
It's up to him. It's one of those things. It's like
Do they
whatever.
all have tusks?
But I have to have my helmet has to fit though.
I think that you should
It's just great
Guild
marks right
your-
here inside your helmet.
touch type
The
things.
can opener just kind of cuts holes
Dubai.
right here.
You should guild them. You should get a grill, basically gold.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Goldfish face.
Hell yeah.
Terrible. All right.
I mean, you don't have to wear that helmet anymore.
Then I'd be hunted down like an elephant.
There is something that used to be called a saber-toothed salmon.
So
So you guys travel for the whole day.
Anyways,
my what I was trying to say was
You brought
it
science
might
in.
be best if we continue the facade of my entourage while we're in a high elf city.
Oh, shocking.
facade.
Facade. That's what he likes to call it.
Great. We're going to be the entourage to a bastard high elf.
I'm just telling you.
We don't used to be word.
I don't know how much longer I can put up with
The
this
shoe
shit.
fits. Well,
No,
that's just my recommendation. By all means, we can
No,
travel,
it makes
but
I mean, we
I
haven't
will
even had to
say
put up
that
the
my
facade, they just assume
father does live here,
yeah.
and yeah, we've got to. At least I have to put on some faces.
I can hang back.
it. We're not trying to stay here. Taking up a low profile
We're
makes
just
sense.
Passing through, ask a couple of questions. I just need to study that circle for a minute, literally a minute,
I'll just be another wood elf going to the city to buy arrows.
right?
I'll hide in the bushes.
Just got to get some more corn.
No, I need arrows. I mean, I can get you some corn on the way if you want.
I'm just
They're
here-
right next to each other.
We're just here for the feed store.
All right. So you guys travel the whole day.
Hmm.
It's pretty quiet now that the random animal attacks have stopped. As you leave the Wood Elf territory, nothing real exciting. You don't meet any high elves or anything. There's just on the way up, you see a couple farmers and a few hunters. One or two of them basically are friendly. You know, they wave, say hi. If you don't choose to stop, they basically just seem a little miffed that you didn't want to stop and chat for an hour.
Yep.
Can't. I'm with the high elf. Can't do it. Sorry. He's already gone. I gotta go. I had that conversation 10 times today.
Fact.
But other than that,
So Relith never stops
forest
walking.
path
You just
is
fall
pretty
behind.
easy to travel. There is a trail leading to Celebrimor because it's literally the largest city in the area. So it's fairly well traveled path, but it's not cobblestone or paved or anything like that. It's just a dirt path at most. It's basically just a cleared path where there's no trees, and it's been well traveled. Perfect.
Sorry to interrupt.
Definitely look into getting another
Can I-
carriage.
Can I unattune to that
And your weird magic
belt of
horse pull
fortitude
carriage.
and then attune to the ring of warmth
Absolutely.
while traveling?
Absolutely.
Sure, you don't want this necklace of strangulation?
That is an excellent item not to wear.
You know what's crazy? As long as we've had these weird inspiration items, I've never rolled a 1 on a skill check.
Nice.
Boris like, yeah, well, I got crit like 5 times in a row and broke mine.
Well, you know.
Alright, so
His did not last long. Okay, so you guys stop for the night.
You broke all the ones I gave you.
Towards the end of the day, you do find pass a sign that tells you you're essentially a day's travel. You're about 30 miles from Celebrimor.
Okay. Carry on. In the evening, I put up my dome hut.
Okay. Right.
It's slightly square.
You guys set up standard
there's a lot
watch, pass out some food, and
Do we have a watch?
We don't need one. We're good, right?
Yeah, for the
Okay.
dome hut, we
We
don't
have a
one.
watch.
I would take some time before I went to bed to resummon my familiar.
okay.
We
10 gold of materials goes down the drain.
What a waste. Why'd you flush that, man? Oh, the familiar's back.
For a day.
It turns out everyone in the city hates them, and there's a anti-familiar barrier.
I'm running low. I've only got 20 gold worth
There's
left.
a barrier that as soon as you walk through the city, it just does 5 points of damage to anything that enters.
Ow!
So it instantly kills animals. Or
It would also kill most commoners
And children.
and pets. And
It's okay. You can revive those.
it's also okay because it doesn't affect high elves.
That's true.
2 birds. So many birds with 1 stone.
Oh,
So many birds.
Who you calling a bird?
I just picture this like flock of birds, and like they all hit it. Just
Yeah, just feathers and guts
The
everywhere.
whole town is just a circle of corpses.
like this is fine. This is a friendly place.
This is the way we like it.
This is where I was born, ostensibly.
And it just seems right.
That's right.
What are we eating?
Bird.
I don't know, Joe. What are they eating? Good berries, or are you going to catch something?
You should catch something.
Yeah, for God's sakes, catch something.
These fuzzy berries.
I don't know, for some reason.
Because it's
I
your
don't
favorite
think so.
terrain.
I don't think that matters anymore. Now I actually have good things.
I think you just get
I thought that was one of the only things that is good about.
Right, but then he made an actual ranger.
that doesn't suck.
Oh.
It has usable abilities.
I see 2 numbers. You found something good.
Probably. What is it? Survival?
Yeah.
21.
21. What are you looking for?
Steak.
What's your ideal
Potato.
catch?
Ooh,
Oh man.
tater.
Wild taters.
No, we're going small
Nah.
game. We're going small game.
So pheasants.
Pheasants, rabbits,
Better be a lot of them.
some tubers, and onions. I'm gonna go for some wild onions.
Okay. You're able to find edible vegetables, some wild onions, yeah, and some berries that are edible, and tubers and roots that will be good for flavoring if you choose to do a broth of some sort, and you're able to find enough pheasant and rabbit, 1 for each person.
Okay. Yeah, I do a stew of sorts. And some like hot berry type thing, like a copper. I don't know.
Yeah. I just
Oh,
cast
wow.
prestidigitation, so it tastes like grapes.
It's like grapes.
Fermented grapes?
Yeah.
For everyone.
He's don't mind him. He's
God
drunk.
damn
He's
it,
drunk on
Randy.
blueberry.
I'm sorry, guys. It's not what it usually tastes like.
The stew is so intoxicating.
Watch my stew taste like grape.
Hammered on stew.
Okay.
Guys,
Also,
I'm kind of sick of potatoes, actually.
I add fey wine.
I don't think I'd ever hear Kabar say that.
Just to get the fond off.
He said it.
He just said it to make people throw them off the track.
So you like these wild onions?
Yeah. Eating it like an apple.
You're supposed to
So
cook
spicy.
it.
I will tell you,
Come on, take us to get there.
20 miles.
30.
30 miles. 20 miles now
40.
after the conversation.
We have a 10-mile a day.
No. Yes, it's 5 miles a day.
Okay.
Due to your ranger abilities.
Due to Redlift's pace, his horse is just moonwalking the whole time.
So I've actually been to the city.
Oh,
I've been to the city and back twice, like bringing back
They
snacks.
have the
for everyone.
weirdest horses.
Redlift's just complaining. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm really tired.
You gonna eat that?
What?
The horse.
Your stew?
I did.
Oh.
I ate like 2 bites of it. You always can have.
He's having a
bites.
food coma right now
Yes.
for 2 bites.
Yeah, so the night goes by uneventful. You're able to get your food, you're able to reattune to your items as you need, and this familiar comes back in a blaze of glory.
Ah!
Sorry.
Damn it, Van! You have to warn us.
Damn it! You can't just bring a demon into the dome.
It's an owl! Like, it's fluffy!
I hate beasts.
It's a barn owl. It's this big.
Aw.
Now it's that barn owl that is that big with a bolt in it.
Yeah, it was a barn owl.
No. Just
Sorry.
Oh man, I would so do that. That would be hilarious. What is that?
That'd be cool target practice.
One of the pheasants came alive. I'm sorry. That's probably what I would assume. That you
Good stuff.
cured the pheasant that you were eating. Damn hippie.
you resurrect on the pheasant.
No, but the next day you wake up
Oh, thank God.
refreshed from your minor hut or whatever sleep, and set out again. About 10 miles into the day, the Elvish Guard, High Elf Guard, meets up with you. There's a patrol of 6, and they basically approach you, hail you down, and start asking questions. The lead sergeant
Thank God for your helmet.
says,
Thank
"Go
God for your
there,
helmet.
I'm High Elvish. State your business and who you
I must
are."
speak high Elvish.
Usually they don't have use
Remnant
for it.
Thean of House Thean and party traveling to.
"Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Did not realize it was you. Word has already spread of your help to the Elvish people. Just to make sure that you're safe in your travels, I'll leave 2 soldiers with you to escort you on your way."
Very good. They can guide us wherever we need to go.
"Yes, sir."
Insight.
"Sure."
That's actually pretty good. 15 total.
They are not hags.
That's what we're checking
my
for.
insight is are these people actually, is these guards an escort, or are they babysitters keeping an eye on us? If I can tell.
Normally, you would immediately assume babysitters, but you actually feel like this guy you do feel like he did recognize who you were,
Okay.
and you do get the feeling that he's basically just going to provide you with what he said, an escort.
Very good. Very good. Carry on.
Give me an escort?
Do we really
Sounds
need
like
it?
he's going to let you do pretty much whatever you want.
Hell yeah.
That's a happy
Escorts
change.
usually do.
Lead, please, guards. Lead the way to. I don't say please.
I wonder if they
Lead the
have
way
that.
to the.
I wonder if they have that here.
To the.
Well,
And I say in kind of a.
I don't know. just
Angry
don't
tone,
work,
the mages, or wherever the teleportation circle is.
Those are my parents, man. I'm not my parents.
So we're going to the city, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, did you
This is
bring
going on
him
in the
home
background.
just to make your parents mad?
Yes.
I wish we would have played out like a gay interracial marriage.
Oh. Wait, is that not what that was?
No,
That's not.
that's
not,
your guys' fan fiction. There's like 0.
You don't
Just
say-
because we made a bone zone.
I've taught
Just to
myself.
make us-
Together.
I taught myself how to draw, man. I've made.
We're continuing on.
I am so
It's a
glad
manga.
that we don't actually do this as a
porn.
podcast or anything,
Right. It's
because if
porn.
we did have people watching this, I feel like we would have really awkward fan fiction.
You know what?
I'm for it. I totally support this
I would love it. This
100%.
is the most progressive Dungeons and Dragons campaign ever. This is like Star Trek with when Kirk makes out with the alien, the green alien.
Or that one time that he kissed a black lady.
Yeah, that was the first big
Interracial kiss on first interracial kiss on television.
That's it. So that's
That's a real
basically we are that monumental.
You are pretty Kirk-esque, except for the whole seduction.
Seduction.
Wow.
I've never been in that situation, and
Is that like
to be
sedition
fair,
and seducing at the
it's-
same time?
Betray your country for me for love.
Renlith has had a lot of seduction with
Oh, it's a word now.
with
Word of the day.
Lilithana. So
Oh yeah.
I mean,
You missed the priestess of seduction that he was being seduced with.
Nice.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
Seduction.
I
It was
keep
a
forgetting
mutual
that he hasn't met her yet.
Seduction.
Is she around?
No.
We have no idea.
Oh.
She might be following us.
He got,
We
we
don't
got a
know.
letter from her that no one else wanted to read.
Yeah, nobody else. I did eventually share it. Nobody else cared. But
It
she.
was very graphic.
No, she's not graphic.
Is it fan
She's
fiction?
she's very
Classy. Religious
yeah,
about
a
it.
little. I wouldn't say classy. It's a lot of innuendo
Also a religion.
and some really weird phrases that
Renlith
are just
is super into
awkward
it.
to say. And,
Yeah,
Half the church was an orgy.
Renlith is super into it.
like her letters always
It's kinda
begin with
awkward.
like virulent and virile champions and things like that.
She talks to all of us, but he doesn't see it.
I
No.
think next time I'm gonna have to contact HR.
Makes everyone a
It's
little
really
uncomfortable.
crossing the line.
That's the line.
That's the line.
He's bathed in blood and
Same
body
species.
parts. He's like,
Oh, yeah, she also has a habit of killing people for them. Like she'll murder someone.
Yeah.
One of her like
That's
Oh, yeah.
that's how Renlith knows that
her guards
she's
or whatever.
into
She'll
it.
murder one as a present.
I feel like this
That's been a solid way that Renlith has known people showing affection is by doing stuff like that for him.
this is the fun kind of crazy for like a weekend.
It was a month for me.
And then there's a dead body on your doorstep.
Yeah.
So, and they had an opportunity to kill her, and they let her live.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
We killed our pet though.
Oh.
That was kind of inescapable.
And Reyna, as a player, actually hates my other group because they killed her.
Makes sense.
It was like a blink hound or some shit.
Those are adorable.
Now, when they're big,
And have like
They
weird
have tentacle
tentacles.
And are attacking your face.
yep,
Okay.
they were not pleasant.
That's fine.
Also, because it's not a human, we couldn't just knock it out. Right? Murder or not.
Well, you also had to murder it first, and then you were dealing with Lilithan, and it was dead by the time.
Right.
But yeah, so we're getting escorted by a couple of
Yeah.
Ponzi guards.
So you get escorted by a couple of Ponzi guards, yes.
Oh, poof.
Okay.
A couple of limp-wristed guards.
Just because they have frills and lace. Wait, are they thriller now?
Yeah, exactly. No,
Oh no,
that's
they're undead.
Triggered.
Wow.
Okay. No, the trip goes by pretty easily. The last 5 miles or so, the road actually becomes more of a road. Much more well
Be
traveled.
careful, guys. We're in high elf country now.
Yes.
Here, fancy banjos twanging.
I asked the guards, while we're traveling, I asked the guards, what do you know of the lands to the west and south of Celebrimor?
Our patrol path is normally the southeast area. We don't normally
Checks out.
pass the river south of Rainbow Lake. One of the other guards transferred from that territory, but he's not with us right now. But just a few stories. It's fairly uninhabited. Just a few pocket
Wow.
villages and not even villages, settlements.
I see.
Normally hermits in that area. There's some more nature creatures out in that area.
Yeah,
There's
nature
not.
creatures.
We don't do much traveling in that area. It's also a popular area for the druids because it's so
wild.
You speak goblin?
I can hear Goblin.
We know that the wood elves occasionally go that direction if hunting's bad in their area, but high
think
elves
so.
don't normally go that
Common
way.
orc.
Certainly. I speak Goblin.
We normally try to keep the north
I have
side of the forest.
languages. I just have to pick some.
Oh.
I don't speak goblin.
I had lots of tutors.
You speak dwarvish?
Probably.
I can hear Dwarvish.
Yes, I do. Common, Elvish, Dwarvish, Goblin, Primordial.
Okay, that's good to
Speaking
know.
and hearing.
Also,
and
I
understanding
can-
is the same thing for
Any
Clark.
chance you speak
Yeah.
dwarvish?
Common, elvish, and giant.
I
Try and
also,
think of a language that we can all speak.
I also have concrete
Common?
languages.
That
Elvish?
the elves don't speak.
Oh, common. No.
We got
That they
brain.
don't understand.
Well, we just
We
talk
just say
like
it out loud.
Joe. If you
Use
if you want to
message.
communicate without anybody knowing, just talk like you did back home. There's no way anyone from this city is going to understand what the hell.
You can just Thieves' Cant to everyone.
And then you see
Or just cast message.
Renlith
That's what I
smile,
said.
a forced
Message.
smile. It's awkward.
It's awkward.
Okay, so Eventually, you start seeing more traffic. There's more people moving about, some farmlands, but the trees start getting also very large as you get near the city. And eventually, you do get to the edge of Celebrimor. There's a very fancily high iron gate that basically rings the entire city. The city has, like I said, huge, massive trees, and half the city is built into basically tree houses. There are pathways along the trees. You possibly could never touch the ground and still be able to do everything you need in this town.
They say some people, like when they do step on the ground for the first time after like 100 years, get ground sick.
I haven't heard that one.
Ground sick. The trees have like a slight sway to them, and you get used to it. When you step on the ground, it's just...
Well, I wouldn't have. I didn't grow up here.
Some of the larger trees have been hollowed out, and they're actually basically huge buildings that are basically made into the tree. So primarily building or stores or something, maybe two-story, have a place on the bottom that goes all the way up to the top as well. They don't have like swings or whatever. They're like walkways.
Too fancy for that.
Yeah,
How
too
big-
fancy for that.
How big is the inn?
There's more than one inn.
How big is the biggest?
Are we
You
with
don't
the
know off the
guards?
top of your head.
We're with the guards,
You're with
right?
the guards, yes.
So how big is the biggest inn?
when we
Excuse
get
me,
up,
sir. Status report. Inns.
The largest inn? That's a good question. What would be the largest inn? I don't normally stay. Perhaps the Grassroots Inn? That I believe it has 15 rooms.
Jesus Christ.
A lot of political campaigns.
so if you would, I don't say that, damn it.
Stop being nice.
I don't say anything.
When we get up closer, I tell one of the guards, I need to send word to my father.
Of course.
Here we go again.
Would you like me to take a message?
He's not showing up, is he?
I invited them.
No.
Renla's probably trying to get
Fine.
another act added in.
Yes, give me a moment, and it takes out a quill and some parchment and just writes down a note. It doesn't say anything special. It just says,
Dear Daddy.
Master Thien,
Master.
Renlith, and
Choose carefully.
his party
Choose carefully.
will be in Celebrimor
Oh.
for only a brief moment. I will return.
We have brief moments at the Bone Zone.
Okay.
Before when he takes it,
And then I say,
send
We will
onions.
be. We will. What time? What time of day is it right now?
Afternoon.
That's when you
No.
we're only briefs.
I'm over potatoes.
Took you more than
Whatever
half
you
a
guys
day to
want.
get here.
I'm inviting you. I'm telling you what we're doing as an invitation.
Okay. So what
His
I'm going to
hair
say,
from
and
top to bottom.
I'll say that, and I'll essentially say we may be staying the night here, depending on the
Bird
time.
books don't even
We
need
can
underwear.
be-
They're so hairy.
If you would care to, and then I'd say, where is the teleportation circle? I'm writing this all down so I don't have to try and have a guard communicate it, and I also don't want him having to talk to anybody associated with my father. Basically, what I want to say is, this is where we're going to be if you want to deliver a message. Otherwise,
Or onions.
otherwise we'll be there and potentially, what is it, the Grassroots Inn or whatever.
The serpent, the golden serpent, is just near the south gate. If you're interested. Otherwise, I can take you to the Grassroots.
Where should I be staying?
Where should he be staying?
Would you like to stay at your estate?
That'll be fine.
Do
Send
you have an
word.
estate?
Send word ahead.
Of course they.
We may be there tonight, and I give him the note. Says, we've got this shit to do.
Okay. That was a lot of message, but I'll try. And
it's all in the note. I said, just pass this off to one of the
servants. Yes, sir.
exactly. And then I hand him a silver.
If they're all wood elves, I swear to fucking God.
Okay.
Please let them be.
How would they react to a drow? Like
Everybody
Is
knows.
he a drow?
Everybody knows.
They've seen the play.
Flat.
Yeah.
His complexion comes from the human half.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't help.
I mean, if you see a black elf, you think drow.
Right.
Right.
But he doesn't look like a drow. He looks like some weird black high elf.
It's just an elf with melanin, dude.
Yeah.
Cool it. Whatever drow have is like the opposite of melanin.
Yeah.
Just the absence of.
Also, he doesn't have purple eyes.
Oh, I do actually.
Which, even though there's only one drow with purple eyes, if you're playing a drow D&D, you have to have purple eyes.
I do have my eyes are actually like a purplish color.
Okay.
What are your guys' names?
Oh, so at some
Well,
point
one
it's
of
up
them's
to
already
you.
gone, so there's just one
So
left.
we can have him pose as like your senior
What do you do for
bodyguard, and because he knows how to talk soldier because of his background, we can have him talk to the guard. Maybe that one guard who does
sir,
the patrols.
I am
I'll go to
Cadet Oster.
wherever wood elves go.
Morphindian.
While it's true, I'm certain you're not going to be
Basically,
staying
salt pork.
on the estate proper. If you want, I'm certain that there are places in the servants' quarters that you can stay.
Didn't you just tell us to sleep with the help?
No,
In a
he's
nice
saying if
way.
we don't want to pay for a hotel,
Yeah.
with the money he's carrying around anyway.
Morphindian likes to hunt.
Yeah.
So do we want a free house in his
He
or free
fancies
room in his
himself
house,
as a
or do we
pretty
want him to buy us?
I'm
proficient
gonna
hunter.
string up a hammock in a
Tournaments.
park.
Really? What are
I
you doing
recommend you do
around
not
here?
do that.
Primarily,
This
he
I
hunts
strongly discourage that.
small game birds.
Oh. Does it taste good?
He doesn't do it he does it purely for sport. He's actually vegetarian.
You just leave a body there or what?
No, I turned it in for the prize.
Then they eat it?
I don't know. Don't care.
Jesus.
I thought
He's like
Joe
the
was
worst in vegetarian.
I thought Joe hated animals. Jesus.
It just occurred to me that I have a cage on my belt with a severed orc head in it.
Whatever. You're a
Is that
cleric.
still in there?
No.
One ball?
I hope not.
Nozalim? Yeah, Nozalim.
It's just a trophy.
Okay,
Like
I
this-
challenge you to kill a bird and fetch it to me within the next 10 minutes. I'll give you a silver piece.
What's Van Eisner familiar?
So are we staying? So we
He
staying?
says,
I pull out my longbow.
I'm just like, I don't think I could make it outside of town in that time.
Once we get
There's
to
birds in here.
We don't kill inside town.
It's true.
Even a guard.
so we
This
once
is a civilized town. So
say,
What are you trying to say?
excuse me, guard. If you could keep the talking down to a minimum, I would appreciate it.
Wow.
Except I don't say.
Don't talk to
I
that.
don't say I appreciate it.
I'm sorry, Renlith.
Sorry, I got you in trouble.
his eyes like bug out for a moment, and he gets quiet and kind of snaps to attention and basically completely ignores Kabar.
Whenever I see him looking that way, I take a silver piece and I'm like,
No,
eh.
he doesn't even look at you.
So
Shelter my
Are we
owls.
staying in the, Are we staying in the estate? Or are we staying in like an actual hotel?
I
My
told-
boat's
Well,
hotel.
so
Renless said I
You
shouldn't
never
sleep in
answered
a
your
park
question.
and now I
Sorry,
want.
there was too many questions going on.
yeah. It's
The teleportation circle would be in the Vault of Abadar,
Vault of Abadar. Onwards to the Vault of Abadar.
which is near the center of town.
Dumbledore.
The center of town is like a circle gathering market area. There's a large fountain in the center of town with a couple buildings around it. There's a lot of majory type buildings in the center of town. Also the vault, which is basically like a
Do I have money?
basically like a bank / mage guild. Okay. And to the southeast side of town is more the nature preservation area. There's a large lake. There is also most of the large treehouse estates are in the south side of town. Your estate is in the northwest side of town.
I want to sleep in a treehouse.
They're all tree
They're all
houses.
tree houses.
They're not all tree houses, but
They
a lot of
they are all tree houses.
Is there like an inn that's part of the center or near the vault? I guess. Do you have a map?
Yeah. Let me
Both
Well, the
Van
problem is-
and me also want to sleep in
trying
a
to
treehouse.
trying to read
That would be
the
awesome.
things is going to be super difficult.
Oh no, I don't need to see a map. I would just choose an inn in the middle if we're staying in the inn. You know what? I don't want to stay in your house.
That's fine.
I imagine your parents are racist.
It will
and would
probably be very
uncomfortable.
awkward.
Really?
Who would make someone do that?
You're gonna say that?
They have like burning crosses in their front
Just-
yard.
Yeah.
Just
Jesus.
parents. Just one.
It's awkward.
Well, I mean, he has a wife, right?
Do you call your stepmom mom?
I don't know.
It's not a stepmom
If I have
when
one,
they
I
were
don't
married
know
when
her.
he was born.
Oh, well, ooh, that is
That
awkward.
one.
What would you
Give
call
you
her?
guys the other one.
Susan.
The mother of the children that
I
are
feel
lost.
like he has to call her Mrs. Redlith or Mrs. Thean, Lady Thean.
I don't think she talks to him.
Wench.
I've never
Whoa.
spoken with her. If she exists, we're making this up as we
Oh,
go
he really
along.
does have a map.
Wow.
He's the best DM I have.
I want to sleep in the
Oh,
park.
they have a hedge maze?
They do.
Ooh, that'd be
Ooh,
fun.
ooh,
Just
ooh.
2 hours of RP of let's go this way.
It's not fun. That is essentially the prison.
Oh, whoa.
That's
Oh.
Your
Like
prison
mind
is a
maze.
bunch of bushes?
Elf prison. It's a magical labyrinth that
It's a magical
you
labyrinth.
can't get out of, so you just go crazy because
fucking elves.
Exactly. They're the worst.
Whoa! Don't go to the maze. Are you mad?
I swear, everything they do is just to
If you're
show
not, you will
off.
be.
There isn't. So 8.
My uncle went
8
there
over
for a
here
month.
is the vault. This over here is Renlith's estate.
Number 1, obviously.
Over here is the Burgundy Wine Terrace, which is a bar with a couple upstairs in rooms.
Wherever you want to stay, it's perfectly fine.
What's
I
15?
understand if you wouldn't want to stay.
15 is
You have to read off every one of these numbers and tell us what they are.
Why 15?
Hill?
It's a mound.
15 is called the Ivy Hill. It's where most of the druids and rangers congregate. They have like weekly congregation sessions where they discuss.
You guys want to go?
the-
I got an in.
Basically,
They're all
the
naked.
politics of the forest.
Oh, God.
It's just
No.
no clothes required.
Other than that,
Do you guys want to meet them
when
all?
it's not used
Yes.
for those reasons, it's kind of just an open park for general public usage.
So if you hung up a hammock there, you'd be all right.
It's like it.
There's nowhere to hang up a hand.
It's not
Look at
like
it.
for public sleeping. It's like a recreational area. When it's
Do I know
not
much about
for-
the city?
No, you don't know much about the city because this is like the big city that no one really wants to go to, but they know it's there.
So Chicago?
No, like
yeah, I
take
It's like Upper
take-
Manhattan.
take the small town feeling where
Detroit.
people hate the city because it's brought in all the industrialization and
So
Elf
foreigners
industrialization.
and people that think they're high
yeah, what
and
is
mighty
that?
and
Basket
have the
weaving?
big fancy jobs and things like that. And that's what his town kind of views this as.
Be careful. Every door you go through, they tax you. That's what Pappy said.
Okay.
Also, you should probably bury your weapons outside the gate because they'll take them.
We're in the gate now, right?
Yeah, you're in the gate.
the government elves are coming to take my bows and arrows.
And that's why they built that big old wall around it, too.
My horse has a bumper sticker. It says, "If you want to take my bow, you better bring yours."
Oh, God.
Give me a perception check as you guys are.
Would that be a
walking.
rumper sticker?
That's it.
Not bad. Good.
Don't tread on me.
God.
Oh, perception?
Yeah.
26.
So, Joe, when you mentioned the weapon thing, you actually realized looking around that a couple of people, not very many, but a couple of people that do have like rapiers or some things, they're sheathed and they have orange ribbons tied around the weapon.
Or like those
that mean
airsoft
anything?
guns with the orange
What's that?
tip.
Does that mean anything to me?
Off the top of your head, it doesn't. But it looks like it's some sort of formality that's.
It's like walking around with that orange thing sticking out of your gun, so everyone knows that it's clear.
Yeah, exactly. That's, yeah.
You're guessing it's some sort of city formality on weapons, and you guys were not.
Don't worry
subjected
about
to
it.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
a
a
body-
formality.
I'm a bodyguard with the end. Like, can I say that? I want to ask you. Like, can I tell people I'm a bodyguard with the end?
If you want to, you can. Otherwise, you can be the guide.
You can't embarrass him like that, man.
Fine, you be the bodyguard.
I'm his masseuse.
Strong hands.
I'm masseuse number 4.
Oh yeah, one guy's not here, or one guy is actually Renlith.
One for each leg. I mean,
No.
So I'm thinking,
Limb.
if we scatter to find information, he'll probably have to go listen to his dad talk for a couple hours.
why do we need to find
I-
information?
IRL, I plan to avoid that sort of thing.
I thought we were just here for the magic circle.
Yep, that's what we're here for. But
If we're going to stay the night,
if
I
we
want to
do,
go to the Naked Druid Conclave.
you guys can
can't.
go there. I'm
I
gonna
feel
go
like
to the
it's the
teleportation
commune in
circle.
Zootopia.
I can send word to you once I'm done. and I can go speak with my father and see what it is. If you guys want to leave tonight, get back on the road, that's perfectly fine. The only reason that we came here
Except it's not
We
sensitive.
should spend the next 4 weeks in this city.
The only reason that we came here was so that I could study the teleportation circle and we could gather information about what's to the west and south here, and we did the latter, so I just need to do the
Yeah.
former.
But
Like, do we
what-
find out what's
All in favor? Aye.
What's number 22? That's what I have to find out.
No, you don't.
Where is 22 that you're so concerned with it?
I don't know. I picked a random number.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's no reason not to stay at night. Have a fresh start. But it's you.
Well,
We get to stay in an inn.
it's an elf
Give
place.
me a persuasion check or
You don't
something.
have to,
You can try to gather some information
Just
and
get
find
that
out
on.
about what it is.
because I
What is 22?
if Renlith gets
10.
What time of day is it?
You
Afternoon.
find out
Time to
there
go.
are some
All right. I say we split up,
shops on the west
meet
side
for
of
dinner, and then
town.
make a decision.
It's actually
I don't
called
want to
the
watch him
Smith's
study a
Grove.
circle.
Most
It
of
takes
the
1
most of
minute.
the forges
I
are
don't want to
built
watch
hollowed out dead
You know, but
trees.
the faster he studies the circle, the faster we can
And then
go
there are
to
a couple
the dismal
shrines,
large.
to nature
We're not going
deities.
there.
Is there a
But-
temple to race in?
No.
town?
There is
That's where
not.
he's from.
Oh, like a shrine.
That's where he.
After
There's
the
not.
keep lecture.
That's
That's
not
where he
where it's-
lived. That's where he went to hiding at.
Oh, okay, never mind.
That's why he's the way he is.
You know what I mean.
Dismal March.
So what's going to occur?
She's a bit too neutral for them.
Right.
What we're going to do?
They want a patron that's a lot more interesting.
Renlith is going to study the teleportation circle. The other boys are going to go and hang out with druids and rangers and some shit.
I'll stay with you. I want to hang out with your dad.
Okay, well, I wasn't going to go there. I was just going to go to the teleportation circle, tell you that I'm done.
I was thinking
we
you
can
could go
leave.
to the guards.
Okay.
Because you could talk to that one guard that did his rounds over there. If you can find him.
Yeah, you can do that.
Pose as his senior bodyguard saying, hey, I'm not letting Thien go anywhere without finding information, and then, rough him around. And then I was going to go...
I take a moment thinking, and I write three pieces of parchment the names of each of them
Okay.
in the service of House Thien, namely Renlith Thien, and then a title: head bodyguard / guide,
Non-theistic deity shaman.
Yeah.
healer.
Yes. A gift
So that they
certificate.
have those,
I have
and
another paper cut.
I sign it.
Thank God you're here.
Do the seal.
I was gonna say,
Big Daddy's
yeah,
four.
you got it.
So it's
That's-
official, and said just if anybody has any questions about this, you can show them this.
I'm going to try to purchase goods and services with this.
Okay, but
feel like
use,
we could put it
use
on
our
his-
money, please.
His house tab.
Oh.
And then,
Don't charge anything to
where do you
my
guys want to meet?
house,
For dinner? Is there a place you'd like to eat at? You haven't been here
If
ever.
you really want to eat here, then we can eat. I don't care. We can always eat at my house.
Is there,
you guys want to go over at dinner?
You want to come to my house for dinner and you go
Hamburger over tonight, guys.
is there an equivalent to like
That was Joe's house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Are you making fun of me?
is there
I
an
didn't realize
equivalent
he
to like
was.
an elf
trying to be
elvish TGI Fridays?
TGI Fridays. Can't put this place in 1993.
I'm going to go shopping for bolts.
Actually,
Oh my god, do they not sell bolts?
they do so. No, only bows here. No.
Just like only elves.
It was
Excuse me, if you could take your arrows and cut them in half, that'd be great.
the closest thing. I mean, you want to ask around?
No, I don't care that much. I was just curious.
Then you're not sure.
Okay.
Maybe. So the Smith's Grove on the left side, you can head over there and basically purchase any basic equipment you want, no problem.
Okay, I'm going to buy 2 quivers of bolts.
3 gold.
Got that in my pocket.
Is there any kind of like monk sort of monastery sort of thing? Not a monastery, I guess, but any sort of monk presence.
Nothing really outside of just like basic shrines and temples that are kind of built into the already.
Okay.
There's not like any like monk monastery type thing.
I would go, is there a hospice care?
There is a shrine of healing.
What? Well, because Raisa helps people die.
Actually, it's called the House
That's
of Healing.
really sad.
That's kind of her thing. It's a natural thing. House of Healing? Yeah, I would go volunteer my services for a couple hours.
Okay. It's basically a hospital.
Do they need healers?
They can always use more support staff, although they're going to have to vet you because they're not sure about you.
Takes 2 weeks.
So you'll have to go through basic training, which will take half a day, and that starts tomorrow morning.
Oh, never mind. It's trying to be nice.
When I'm at buying bolt,
They can't just let anyone come in and start working for them.
What if I come in and cast...
cure greater wounds, and everyone's healed and they're out of business.
right.
Mass cure wounds or whatever.
Mass healing word.
My
No.
name's Camber. I'm the world famous surgeon.
They need to make sure that you're...
Spirit guardians.
Yeah, that you're not going to follow up with killing everybody. They have to vet your personality to make sure you're not crazy. You're not going to do something crazy like that in a group of people.
What's wrong with crazy?
A lot in a high elf society.
That's a different hospital.
They have to make sure there's not going to be a mass killing in the House of Healing.
Yeah, never mind.
Bad for business.
I'm going to ask the guy.
It's a little bad
or
for
good
business.
for business.
I'm asking the guy.
Free beds.
Asking the guy. It's universal healthcare. They're not actually making money. The guy who's selling the bolts.
Yeah.
Like a hunter's lodge or something, or a place I can get information.
These are high elves. They don't do that.
Any of the inns.
What if our guards did it for fun? And he was a vegetarian.
Any of the inns or the parks really will have a large, or the market. There'll be a lot of people around if you want to just mingle and find some information. You could try Peacock Court.
All right, I'm gonna go mingle, find information. Basically, just general information on the Southwest.
Is it strictly high elves here? Is there any other races around?
It's like 90% high elf.
10% gnome.
Any?
Why is that funny?
There's a couple gnomes.
Just gnomes are funny.
There's
No, it's like
a
the only people
Goliath
that they
here
like.
and there.
That's funny.
There's
I'm
some
gonna
wood
change
elves
Kabar just to be
occasionally.
easily offended.
Very
about race.
rarely you see a human.
Yeah, that checks out half orc.
Try and find some place to find out because we're in the same region as where I'm from. Like, find out about furbolgs in the area or anything like that.
Okay.
I imagine the druids would probably know something about
I'm
that.
just gonna try to ask around.
So you said the druids go to the west area,
Yeah.
west of the lake, right? Yeah. So I would try and get in touch with them.
Okay. You start asking around, looking where you based on the more naturey areas, and you have trouble finding any druids. It sounds like all the druids are currently traveling south because there's some major challenge going on, or some major druid event going on. No one really knows what it is, but some sort of major druid event's happening this weekend or something.
Monster truck show.
It's a monster truck.
That's the thing.
Mud races.
Comic-Con.
The Rangers are kind of miffed about it because they're not invited and they're actually supposed to stay out of the territory because it's druids only, or by invitation only. So they're not really supposed to go check it out. So they're not sure.
And where's that happening at?
No girls allowed.
Somewhere in the southwest. They were secretive about exactly
It's a
where,
ranger thing.
but it's in the area you're talking about.
Okay. Well, we can just head that.
Do you know anything about it?
Do I? Is this a regular event?
It's not. It's not. Give me a wisdom check.
Just straight wisdom?
Yeah, straight wisdom. This is your memory.
19.
You do remember that Renlith talked about being invited to something about druids.
Okay. That's helpful.
That was supposed to be in that general area. And that's probably what they're talking about.
Okay.
That's why all the druids are missing.
Got it.
Or en route to druid land.
Well, let's go that way. Guess I'll just go meditate in the park.
But it's not. But they can tell you it's not like dangerous or anything over there. There's the wildlife is kept in pretty good check because the settlements that are in that area are nature protectors, and they are very adamant about keeping the forest safe from everything.
Yes.
Sometimes overly so.
So no hunting.
Hunting might be okay, but they're more concerned about the forest itself, not the animals. There's a lot of nature worshipping creatures in that area.
Any gods of the Fae? Or temples to gods of the Fae creatures?
Oh
Or
my god, did he leave the city?
They might have
working
some
on
little
it.
shrines, but again, they're some of them are very primitive races. They're not. They don't have like built-up cities or anything like that.
Primitive races like wood elves?
No, like some of them are not. They're not even sure if they speak common. They're like basic sentients.
Got it. Alright.
Very primitive races.
What else?
Not just backwards primitive.
I got internet.
We got internet. We don't have internet.
It's dial-up, but we got it.
We just use the waffle.
One of the other
houses.
people you talk to looks at you for a little while and says, "Aren't you a furbolg?"
Yes. Have you never seen a furbolg before?
They're very rare.
Not as rare as you think. In the city, yes, very
They're
rare.
very rare here. Most of them
Oh.
have left.
Where did they go?
I've heard rumors that they migrated somewhere years ago. Can't remember where though. Hasn't really come up.
Desert of Damnation.
Okay.
But haven't only see one of you very rarely, very rare.
Okay. So whenever we go to sleep the next morning, I'm going to prepare the augury spell.
Okay.
Joke's on you, we're never sleeping again.
Yeah. This is the last day of the campaign.
Son of a bitch.
Fire and ice. Alright, you bought stuff. Kabar, I think, is just following around, so...
I'm following Renlith.
You get to the vault, and at first, the person at the entrance says, "Welcome to the Vault of Abadar. How can I help you?"
Oh, I love that movie.
What?
I'd just like to take a moment to study
Avatar?
your circle, please.
Oh, Vault of Avatar.
Don't say,
Please. Or circle. Can you be more specific?
he
That's slang around here.
clears his throat. Says, "I need to view your teleportation circle."
Oh, yes, of course.
Just ask somebody to see their teleportation.
Access to
At
the
least
circle
take me out on a
is
date
10
first.
gold.
Find me a drink or something. Jeez. Then I'll show you my circle.
I am not that kind of woman.
The House of Thean has access to the circle.
I'm sorry, sir. Do you have proof?
I'll show him my ring.
Crack my knuckles.
Yes. I'm sorry, sir. I did not realize that you were of the house. Noble house is one of them. Of course, we will allow you inside and access to the teleportation circle as you need it.
You should be ashamed of yourself. That's so disrespectful.
I love it.
I didn't realize. Will your guards be attending you?
It's just him.
There'll be.
There's also the elf guard. He has
Oh, that's right.
Why
Is
is
he
he
still
following us
ignoring me?
around?
He was told to.
Is he still
Brendan told
ignoring
him
me?
to take him here.
Yeah. I do tell the guards.
Isn't that
So,
right?
unless I'm sure you have other affairs to tend to
I know a highfalutin dismissal when I hear one.
from my service.
I'm sure you have
Yes,
other
sir.
things
Was
to do.
my service?
Yeah. Ouch.
Very attentive, very professional.
If you can leave an ice comment, that'd be super helpful.
If you complete the survey,
5
please.
stars. Your captain will learn of this. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And he
No, thank you, sir.
he glances at Kabar for a moment, nods, and then walks away.
Showed him, huh? I elbow the
Kabar,
guard.
you can stay with me.
What's the guard's name again?
Uh,
Just make something
it wasn't
up.
important.
I'll call him Skip.
Kabar is the strongest thing in 100
It
miles
was
radius.
Morphindian, Oster.
That we know of.
Isn't that right,
You
Skip?
get 20 strength.
Little elbow in the
He
ribs.
doesn't say anything. He just nods to you and walks away.
That's what I thought.
Okay, well, Kabar can come as he pleases. Otherwise, he can just stand watch.
No, why would
I feel like Orc Ferocity will let you use strength for intimidation.
we're bonding?
Half the time, I allow that anyway.
Yeah, that's dope.
Whenever
Instead
you
of, like,
guys,
advantage or
whenever you
whatever
guys
for
intimidate,
efficiency.
I always ask if it's a social intimidation or physical
Yeah.
intimidation.
Every time I try to intimidate, it goes horribly wrong.
Because you're just too nice.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's it. I'm not trying to.
They
do
can't
anything
take me
special,
seriously
just
with the mask.
look at it. Back. Mm-hmm.
All right. The circle is on the 17th floor.
What? How big are these trees?
They're big.
Very large.
You're real big.
Oh,
Remember how surprised you were with the city's trees that you were eating the leaves of?
yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Star!
They seem to have more than one circle as well.
I didn't even realize they were trees.
Well, yeah,
Buildings.
to other
Yeah.
places.
Yeah.
Well, I do ask him. Specifically, where's... Are they all on the 17th floor?
No. There are 3 floors with different circles. The teleportation circle can go anywhere. But they have 2 teleportation circles and then some other sort of magical circles that set it permanently.
Where
Is there a directory?
We got maps as you are here.
Yeah, like the mall.
They do not go anywhere in particular. It's up to the mage to provide.
You just have multiple ones?
Yes, for easier
Don't-
access.
Which one?
Sass him.
Which one to...
Watch your tone.
Are you trying to find the lowest one?
Learn your place.
One's on the 17th floor, one's on the 15th floor.
And which one do the nobles typically use?
Which
one does
the 17th floor.
The one in their mansion?
Yeah, their own personal house teleportation circle.
You don't want to show up in your house after being your ass whooped in some battle, like
Hey,
battle ragged?
we have one in our house
We do. In the basement.
that only I know the password to.
Whatever.
The upper houses and businesses normally
I
use
spent
the
4
17th
hours
floor.
trying to
Okay,
break
I'll
into.
go there.
Oh, yeah. Is there an elevator?
There's no goblins living
There's
in
a set of winding stairs that goes up around the edge. It takes a while.
Renlith takes a deep breath.
Hey, Ren, let's hop on.
It's like that fat cat. It's just wheezing.
I crouched down to.
The center is open.
Van jumps on your back.
The center is open.
You're not even there.
Oh.
Oh.
all the way up the vault through the 25 floors. There is a basically open area, so teleportation, or it's not, levitation is allowed up and down.
Ah, perfect.
Should you have a floating disc or something? We can...
It can't go up and down.
Yeah.
It can just go sideways.
So it's not really a floating disc.
Sure, it's a floating disc. It's
Close.
just not a levitating disc. It's,
What's that drink in Willy Wonka's
It's a hover
Chocolate
disc.
Factory?
Oh, the bubble soda
Yeah.
or whatever.
yeah, that's
Busy,
what- that's
busy
what
lifting drink.
Yeah, I take that out and drink it.
I want you guys to know I'm really impressed with myself right now.
Turns out it's just beer.
Yeah, wow, how'd you know that?
Fizzy spirit lifting drink.
No, Renlith just walks up.
I should know that.
We
I watched
don't
that
do any of
movie
that
1,000
stuff.
times.
Actually, hold on a second.
Dude.
Are you parked right?
Nope. I can only fly 10 feet at a time.
That's right.
Grandpa Joe's a piece of shit.
He is.
It takes about 15
Fact.
minutes to get to the 17th floor.
Me.
Living on Social Security for years. They're like, oh, chocolate factory? Let me dance
Let
around
me
the
do a
house.
jig. Oh, I'm cured.
You could have been working this entire time.
It's a miracle.
Wait, don't
Yeah,
forget
it's not just a straight
the
setup.
one
It
time he decided
winds
not to
all
use
the way
money that his
around.
daughter made.
All right,
for
so
tobacco by chocolate.
retcon a little bit.
Okay.
Can you?
So now he's a good guy.
I
There's
don't
a whole
have it
subreddit about,
memorized.
like,
was
I hate
planning on
Grandpa
doing
Joe
this
or something
today.
like
Can
that.
You help me
It sucks because
levitate?
my grandpa is Grandpa Joe.
No.
Oh.
Or was. So I was like,
Fine.
all my grandparents died before I was like 12.
Jesus. This took a turn.
Fine.
Yeah. So I don't know when I'm going to die
There's a
of.
set of stairs for your convenience.
Hopefully not
He
alcoholism.
walks. Renlith walks like a freaking
water.
plebe.
I offered you a ride.
Not now. Once we get up a couple.
Okay.
No, Christ.
I don't want anyone to see that.
Don't you have an invisibility or something?
Yes, I do.
And can't you fit into that haversack?
No, that's a good way to die.
It's okay. No one points and laughs at you as you walk up the steps.
If they do, whew.
Two-handed sword, straight to their noggin.
Good cheese.
Oh, perfect.
Alright. I just wanted to do this real quick so that we hit fast.
Yeah, see,
That's it.
yeah, yeah.
That's it.
I know, and I just go
I
like,
didn't want to have dinner or have an interaction with Papa.
it's like, we don't have time.
Exactly.
Go!
We gotta knock this stuff out, man.
I know, yeah. It's like, on one hand, yeah, it could be fun, like, but on the other, it's like,
I'm sure there's plenty of stuff that we can spin off.
exactly,
And
yeah.
the High Elves no doubt have a shitload of information that would be relevant.
Yeah.
But
We don't have the time, man.
we're on a schedule. We gotta do shit. We gotta be somewhere on the 18th.
Yeah. And,
Okay, so
we Mad Dog anyone who looks funny at us.
the vault, you get the teleportation circle. You can add Celebrimor as one of your locations. 17th floor.
F yeah. Is that the only thing we're going to get today? I hope so.
What's that? Then you walk out because you want nothing to do with the wizards and sorcerers in this place because they're beneath you. Literally, because most of them are underneath you. Because from the
Excuse me, sir. Have you read the latest book?
Eat a dick.
Joe, what were you looking for?
Information on
Sir,
Southwest.
help
from, like,
me, my
hunters and
cousin disappeared in a
Give
cellar.
me a better job. You've wasted your life.
I'm
Get a
gonna,
better
Charisma
job.
check. I guess just
oh my
be
god.
born better to
Stupid.
gather information.
Holy
It's a
crap.
I should have been born into wealth like everybody else.
straight 11.
Pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Wait, I do have some. Yeah. Okay.
You can hear some information
There's a
that
guy wearing slippers.
It's the Celebrimor dream.
a lot of the townspeople don't know a whole lot about the area because it's kind of an uninhabited area. It's pretty quiet. With that roll, you also are able to learn that there's a large congregation of druids that recently left town and headed in that direction for some sort of fancy druid event.
Cool.
Other than that, there's a
It's called Burning Man.
path that leads.
Nice. Except they didn't burn a literal man.
Yeah, it's a literal man.
There's a
Just
path
set a guy
that
on
leads
fire.
southwest out of town to that direction, but it basically turns off into just plain wilderness after a while. They know one of the people remembers that there's a cavern of myconids that lives in that area. They're pretty much friendly as long as you don't mess with them.
Mushroom
Giant
people.
mushroom people.
Woof.
Um,
I hear they like fire.
Other than that, they know that there's pockets of settlements of some sort of plant creatures that live out there.
So it's the corner of the forest where weird things live, like fearbolgs, but even weirder things.
Even weirder than furbolgs,
You're not an elf, and it's the elven forest.
because all the
You're a weird
furbolgs got eaten by
Giant can.
undead.
Racist.
You should see me in public.
See him when he's back home without his friends around.
Well, I don't go back home. This place is bad. I don't have a home, honestly.
Okay, so
That's all I get, and then I'll wait for them to.
when Kabar and I get downstairs, I try and meet up and just. Did you get your bolts or your arrows or whatever?
Peasant weapons.
Non-magical item thing.
Throwing sticks.
Your junk.
Those tiny spears. Did you get those tiny spears?
I
Yes.
like that.
I bought 20 tiny spears. Thank you.
Okay, good. Let's leave.
I thought you bought 40. You bought 2 quivers. 40.
Oh yeah, I forgot how many was in it. But
I just
What
don't
kind
want
of
you
ranger are you?
to
Come
you to
on.
short yourself.
I got 2 of these.
I got this many.
So
That's how we count back home.
we're leaving. We didn't give Papa Thean much time to respond. I
No.
assume he's busy, so that's good.
Also, we're leaving the fearbolt.
The
Where is the Furbolg?
who?
Van, our
Excuse me, random town person. Have you seen a fearbolt
please don't do that.
A fearbog?
ever in your life?
Fearbog. Yeah, the fearbog. The fearbog maybe down south. Is that what you're talking about? The fearbog?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I would have been hanging out in that patch of trees right under 19, like sort of by the exit to
I'm
town.
gonna roll an internal intelligence check.
I'm gonna roll an external intelligence check.
I cast Hunter's Mark on him 8 hours ago, so I know where he is.
Okay, so I rolled well enough to assume
flashing
that
red arrow
Van
on my
is
head.
probably fishing, hunting, or sitting down in
Hugging trees.
some fucking trees. So I say, let's go look
Accurate.
by the tree area.
It's like the whole place.
But there, and I point to the area southwest of 11.
I got you. I'm not.
So I head there with the posse and try and find Van.
And we go to leave. With or without him.
Every time I see a bird, I elbow Skip, and I'm like, dude, right there, go, go, go.
He's gone.
Skip's gone.
I sent him away.
Oh,
Remember he eyeballed you on his way out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
no.
I already forgot.
It was a a polite nod, I think. Like, you're cool. Sorry we couldn't hang out, but your boss told me to shut up.
Yeah.
Did he slip me his number?
No.
You guys keep looking at me like I started this relationship.
Totally not,
It was
guys.
mutual.
What?
It was mutual.
Two guys can't hang out naked.
Whoa!
Just a normal hetero bro JO party. Nothing gay about it. Found each other on Craigslist. No biggie.
No homo. Doesn't count if you say no homo.
Even with the Dutch rudder.
No homo, I love you.
We don't need these guys.
Just each other.
We'll go away and start our own family.
I do. No homo.
Okay. So,
Also, we beat up gays on the weekend.
Wow!
Dude!
Not okay.
no,
Too
nothing
far.
about them is okay.
Too far.
So,
That's overcompensating.
when we,
way too
yeah,
much.
Right?
yeah. When we locate Van, I just say, hey, we're gonna leave now, Van.
Okay.
Give me a survival check, Joe, to try to track Van down.
Oh. I was kidding about the gays.
Oh, God.
18.
18.
I would be fairly easy to find.
About an hour later,
Smells like patchouli.
you walk around long enough and ask questions, and you find Van. So you've been in the city for about a total of 3 hours now. It's like dinner time.
But
There's still a couple hours of light.
You guys would just want some good berries and we could just keep walking until it's tired time?
we can.
Yeah, I saved some onions.
Otherwise, we can go and have.
You've got
a
about
really
2
nice
hours of
meal.
light left.
If you want to get going, I'm game.
Dark vision.
Yeah, let's go. I only need 4 hours of sleep a night.
We have the hut.
We do. Pizza Hut.
We're leaving that behind.
Oh.
This is the only known location in the entire continent.
But you didn't go to the perfume room.
Oh, why'd you have to
I already
say
have
that?
perfume.
Why'd you have to say that?
I actually do have perfume.
Sorry, everybody. Renlith has got some stuff to do now.
What
It's time
is-
to RP the next 45 minutes of the perfume room. I'm just kidding.
It ends up being like this huge quest.
He's not going to last long, and there's like a mall. He's going to walk in, they're going to spray him in the face.
And then it's everything.
Fireball.
Yeah.
It's actually like a huge bathhouse.
No, I can't be seen there.
There's private rooms.
We got
Stop helping.
Okay. So
We leave
Yeah, we're leaving, Daniel.
without looking behind,
All right,
or talking to the guards, or checking out.
not going to the art gallery.
We're checking out.
Another time we gotta go and check out the
Nice.
Van's thing, and then we got a thing we gotta be at the 18th, and there's a whole end of the world bullshit.
We have to do it all tonight because I'm PCSing.
The whole end of the world.
Renlith, I didn't know you liked that stinky stuff. And so I give him my perfume vial that I have for some reason.
Okay, sure. Renlith smells it.
What does it smell like? DM.
I don't care what it smells like. Does it smell expensive?
What is this that you have?
A perfume vial.
Get it
I
from.
don't remember. Let's see.
Brute.
It's pretty average. It's about half full.
Oh.
You should probably hang on to it. It might come in handy for some reason.
I mean, it doesn't smell like super fancy, but it's better than body musk
Okay.
by far.
For some.
It was supposed to be a MacGuffin for some side quest a long time ago.
I mean, it's not as good as high elf musk.
Right, exactly.
It's CK1.
Everyone knows that high elves sweat like this
Throwback.
flowers.
I know, right?
I use Axe instead of showering.
Yeah, we know.
We know.
You can use water, you don't just have to scrape the stuff off with an axe.
Chicks.
Those aren't barnacles.
Oh, no.
Absolutely terrible.
Yep.
Is that cheese? Is there a cheese factory?
It's half elf cheese.
Real men don't shower.
Wood elf cheese. You're not a man.
You're
it's
not a
okay
real
to
man.
shower.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we're gonna head out to continue on, not wasting any time. I think it's probably still been too soon for Renlith anyway to do more Papa time.
Okay. You guys head out of town, take the western trail. About dark, the trail kind of ends with a signpost with four different directions on it. One of them is leading back to Celebrimor. It says that it's like 6 miles behind you. There's a sign
like 5 3/4.
to the basically northwest slightly more, and that one says like 300 miles to Sapphire City.
Wait, was you crossing a boat?
Yeah, I know. I always think that when I hear that.
Another one says 27 miles to Myconid Caves, and that's pointing to the like southwestern, slightly more west than south.
Okay.
And then there's another sign that says 45 miles south-southwest to the Elkin Groves.
That sound familiar?
And then someone's crossed out that and said plant people, and then someone else crossed that out and it says Klaxon.
Klaxon.
What's Klaxon?
What's Klaxon? Do I know?
Give me a...
It's a 17.
You don't even know what it is.
I don't.
He's gonna say, "Give me a minute."
17 or higher.
It's good enough, but regardless of what the roll was going to be.
Sorry.
It's fine. You have heard vague stories and just some rumors of a very young sentient plant race, like humanoid plants, that were created by Kyla, the goddess of the forest, as forest protectors. And they have basically groves that they spawn out of. And they're a very short-lived young race that they basically just have...
So basically nobody would miss them.
Just propped up there. Right. Yeah.
Calm down, Hitler.
What do they taste like?
Sorry.
Jeez,
We were in Celebrimor for
Fresh
a while.
asparagus.
flavorless Brussels sprouts.
Or at least make them taste good.
The 4 hours that we were
The
in
Brussels sprouts
Celebrimor
are a particular part of them.
brought out
the majority of them,
Yeah.
they're like
The
asparagus.
ugly nature of Renlith.
and
What? Really? I love asparagus.
then they have like
It's
spaghetti
cooked right,
squash
yeah.
hair.
I like asparagus.
Spargle, it's called. Back in the home country.
Spurgle sprout.
Does Elkwood Grove or whatever it was called sound familiar to me?
I don't know what Elkwood Grove is.
What was the one that was crossed out?
The original one. That was crossed out.
Elkin.
Elkin Grove, excuse me.
Give me a check.
Give me a lore check, dude.
Apparently that's not your hometown.
Background check.
A van check.
Van check.
15.
I'm sorry, you hit the curb.
What kind of check is it?
Like intelligence, wisdom.
Wisdom, 19.
19. No.
Those are helpful answers.
Could have just said no. You can make me roll.
Okay.
You haven't been in the area for over 50 years. You don't know much about the general...
27. No.
So
27 I probably would have given you something, but for not being in the area for the last 50 years, you don't really know much about current events.
well, I guess we have a general direction. We can go that way. You all want to go to this big druid thing and support Jonathan, don't you?
We do owe him. He did stop him from becoming a
Yeah,
werewolf.
he saved our lives.
That is
100%. In a pretty cool way, too.
Yeah. I say
Griffins.
we kill some plant people first, and then swing on over.
To the druids?
Just avoid the plant people entirely.
No,
Don't you need to kill some mushrooms too? For
because
your
we
dinner?
have to go to
Yes.
southwest, right? That's where we're going.
Making a salad.
So we're going to the druid place. And if on the way he sees something familiar, then he could follow that trail. But he doesn't exactly know where he's from.
Okay, cool.
So if you see anything familiar, let us know.
Yeah.
If he sees anything familiar, let him know.
Okay, I'll try.
But no, I think that's the general plan, though.
Okay.
And
All right.
then
Well, I
we'll-
like that plan better than just wandering around aimlessly.
Right. Can we figure out how to get to the druid thing from what we already know, or do I have to like track down people who can change into bears at will?
Yeah. If I were to put it in Google Maps, what would be the approximate?
It'd just be the middle of the forest.
More of a map question.
This is where he makes us
situation.
go back to Celebrimor to talk to the rangers.
Only
Okay, so
only a nobleman Thien knows.
based on that sign and the fact that you guys haven't remembered what I said exactly for the last 2 weeks,
Mhm.
That sign had a keyword on it, klaxon, which is part of the message that he was given, because he was told that it was a klaxon grove.
I put Clackus something.
Yeah.
Clackus Grove.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I didn't know what a
it's
klaxon
probably-
was, so
Clearly, Clackus is the next best thing.
Clackus, I
It's
don't know.
probably
Druid
the
bullshit. Definitely not important.
45-mile trip
it's not going to
south.
be on a sign or anything.
That'll put you in the general direction.
Okay.
So as long as you can keep them on a 45-mile straight path.
Yeah, I can.
Okay, thank you for that.
Yeah.
I have it right here.
Clacka.
Clackus Grove.
Clacka.
All right. Lead the way, me.
Klaxon.
Do you really say that out loud?
Yes, and then I come back and get my horse.
So yeah, it's about dark right now. The sun's going down, so it's up to you guys if you want
It's
to
dark
keep
o'clock.
traveling
Do you guys
or
want
if you want to
to
actually sleep.
Dark o'clock.
Here at the crossroad,
hut it up?
where anyone can
I
see a
guess.
hut and
We
not be able to
probably
touch
need
us.
If we hang out at midnight at the crossroad, weird things happen.
It's not really a crossroad, so as the end of a road with a sign.
Yeah,
Well,
that's more roads than I have in my
well,
town.
I just
It's a pretty low bar.
Joe, just or do you want us to keep calling you Joe? Joe, will you just find us a place to stay?
Character development.
You don't use the dome?
No, we do, but somewhere
Like a better place to put the dome.
like yes, exactly.
So people aren't hanging out by our
So
dome.
people don't run into
Just middle of the night, boom.
bounce off.
That would be kind of funny, though.
I'm gonna find a place with some shade so the dome doesn't overheat in the morning sun
the
before
moonlight.
Renlith wakes up.
Yeah,
He's a late sleeper.
and an early sleeper.
Also, he sleeps while we're walking.
Yeah. What usually during conversation?
There might be
It's
something
the only
wrong
way
with
his
it.
body can sustain himself with his grape diet.
It's a sloth thing. Metabolism of 2. if that's a
Resting-
thing.
Resting heart rate of like 40. Don't.
No
Okay,
sleep
so
ahead.
I'm just gonna find like a nice, like whatever recluse area, somewhere with like an easy potty tree or whatever shade. protection.
Give me a survival check.
Every tree is a potty tree.
Oh no, 18.
Especially that one
Alright.
with the
You're able to
circle on it.
find pretty much exactly what you were describing.
That's the potty tree, guys. That's the potty 2 tree.
Renlith is asleep as soon as
And that's the
ritual's done.
number 3 tree.
That's just mine.
And we can do number 4. That's when 2 people do number 2 while holding hands.
What?
We don't need a tree for that though, I don't think.
Nope.
Why?
Diploid, you know what
No! Never, not once. Plastic green porta-johns.
Okay.
I mean. We had a
So,
whole cut.
That's what the hole's for.
sleeping. Renlith is sleeping. Like
I'm also sleeping.
like you wouldn't believe.
I am sleeping for 4 hours.
Okay.
You know what? I've decided my meditation is standing up.
I liked it better when you were just squatting.
And staring at me.
Nope.
Yep.
Now it's at a weird angle, like I'm facing forward slightly.
Yep. You
Joe,
lean forward.
After your 4 hours of meditation, late into the night, you hear the howl of a wolf pack approaching your camp.
Not again.
Our invincible dome.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello.
Intriguing.
Does it wake us up?
Give me a con save.
Constitution saving throw?
Sure.
That's a 17.
No, sorry, you failed. You died.
Oh,
Wow.
actually 18.
Ripped your
Sorry.
butt right off.
No, you slipped right through it.
Not my butt.
I use that.
I'll just listen to it.
Poor Joe.
I'm gonna try to make out what they're doing. Are they hunting? Whatever. Not because I care, but because I'm sitting there. It's something to do.
Okay, give me a survival check.
Did I wake up?
22.
You're pretty sure that they're just doing general hunting. They're probably a few miles away still.
Wolf things.
Just wolf things.
Wolf stuff.
Wolfkin.
The alpha sounds sexy. Nope. No ugly.
You could probably go out and hunt them and murder them if you wanted.
Yep. I'm past that.
Okay.
Wow, you've really
So you
grown.
sate your animal killing lust, like with the
And
cave.
when they wake up, they can have wolf corpses ringing the hut.
Like, those guys that made you blankets as they bleed.
I just nope. I leave a corpse at everyone's feet.
It's like, wow, there's a lot of wolves.
It's in your shoe.
I wanted to
A
make
wolf
sure you were
corpse.
warm enough, so I had it hug you.
Smells like Tom Tom.
I didn't want it to get cold too fast, so it's still technically alive.
Just disemboweled.
Oh my god.
That was the old show.
None of this would phase Redmond.
That's what I do with your information, DM.
There'd be blood all over your stuff. What are you doing?
We're dead
Just
inside.
listening.
Okay.
None of the things that you guys were saying.
Yeah, they don't come near.
Okay, I'm also drawing pictures in the dirt.
Okay.
Dirty pictures.
All right.
Prehistoric erotic pictures.
They're definitely dirty pictures.
I can't wait till this group disbands.
No, like dirt-y.
Yes, we got the part, man.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
That's the job.
Yeah, it was a filthy joke.
It was good.
Yeah. Perfect.
It was a good joke.
All right. So you guys wake up the next morning.
It's okay.
Happy and go lucky, ready to be on the road, except for Celia, who I haven't mentioned all session.
Oh, you're still here.
Yes.
Purposely not bringing her
She's
up.
still here.
It happens a lot.
Get back in the bag of holding.
Well, personally, I always forget she's here.
I put the bag of
I
holding over her
normally
head.
don't, but tonight I pretty much completely forgot about her.
But she's on our tracker.
She has
She's
a
healthy.
sore. She has a sore throat.
As long as
so
it
she
says
can't
healthy,
talk.
I ignore it.
She's a sore throat.
Yes.
It
so
was
she
the best
can't
day of
talk.
your life. She didn't say a word.
But she did kill your familiar.
We all do.
I feel like that's more of a
we
Daniel
all
thing than a Celia thing. She's just like,
Well, Renlith associates familiars
I don't let people wake up. I just start walking with them behind me.
with weak mages.
It's a forced march, guys.
whoa.
It's a thing apparently in 5e, and it has its own rules.
Yeah, it's fine because my horse is doing it. My horse is not a living creature, so
So you want to force march and get exhaustion?
Yeah.
I'm taking copious amounts of short rests on my mount.
I mean, you're slightly over a day's travel, unless you push a little bit longer.
We're not walking, the horses are walking.
What would be a sacrificial offering appropriate to my religion?
Death.
You're
So I'd have to like find a small animal and kill
I
it?
didn't say
You would have to find death and kill it.
Well, yeah, one of the spell components for this thing that I'm trying to do is incense and a sacrificial offering appropriate to my religion, together with at least 25 gold. And I have incense because of the familiar thing, but I don't know what the sacrificial offering will be.
I'll do it.
Whoa! I mean, I'll bring you back afterwards. You do me a solid.
It's a finger,
Let me kill
so
you.
you only have 10 in a lifetime.
I also have a fair amount of
what would be a
incense.
sacrificial offering appropriate to your religion?
What's your religion? Or who's your god?
Rasa.
Who's your god? I would say probably
Cut his
like
hair.
plants or something, because that wouldn't be because killing something would be interrupting the life cycle.
Correct.
So like plants is something living, but it's not something that's like
It's just stupid.
Like a plant on the verge of death?
Wait, life cycle?
Or
So how about like
An
like
old man.
like a seed, a sapling, and like something with like a fruit, and then a dead plant. That's like the whole cycle.
Yeah, I would say something, anything close to death would be an appropriate sacrificial offering.
And then it dies in front of you.
Okay, can I find an annual plant nearby that's close to death?
It's the
You can try.
wolves.
Yeah.
You're gonna fail, but you can try. I'm just messing with you.
14 survival?
All of the DCs are over your comprehension. 14.
Just looking for a plant. Any plant.
It takes you maybe 14 minutes or so to find something
Oh my god.
Stop wasting our time.
sufficient.
I would have done this in the morning before we headed out.
You could have also done it while walking.
DM, this whole time we've been mocking.
Okay, I mean, that's
You've been walking
Yeah,
or mocking?
I mean,
split the
I
party.
heard mocking.
Both.
Okay, that makes sense.
You're walking away from the horses?
I'm walking on my horse. Moonwalking while the horse is.
Oh my god. Witch!
It's a witch! Burner!
This guy knows magic! Wait a second.
No, that is incorrect.
The only one who doesn't know magic.
I can use message.
Hey, what's going on?
So I'm going to cast divination as a ritual.
Okay, 10 minutes later, after you 14 minutes, everyone hates you.
Sure, with 45 minutes of RP with Dad was fine.
Still bitter.
You can ask a single question. So your magic, your magic and an offering put you in contact with a god or a god's servants. You ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to concur within 7 days. The DM offers a truthful reply. The reply might be a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen.
Oh, cryptic rhyme.
Cryptic rhyme.
I should have left that part out of the
Cryptic
description.
Cryptic rhyme.
Perhaps?
Make a haiku.
No, what is it called?
Limericks.
Yes. thank you.
Limericks?
I want a limerick.
Oh,
I
no.
like haikus because you don't actually have to rhyme. You just have to get the
Syllables.
Haikus are
Number of
lazy
syllables.
poems.
Also, how much information are you going to put in a haiku?
a lot of useless.
You want
information.
to go south. That is where your dead parents are.
Is this Joe?
Parents is one syllable.
It is.
Wait, no. Parents. No, it's two.
Parents.
Maybe just
That
say
is where
pants.
your parents are.
There once
Good
was a
luck
furball named Van.
finding them.
Don't help.
All right. So what's the question? So I can make your answer in the next 20 minutes.
A single question concerning a specific goal. My goal is to find evidence of survivors from my tribe. And so my question would be,
There be gold in them hills.
be trying to contact Reza or a servant of Reza, whatever that is, and ask
There once was a furball named
I hear
Van.
Terrason's pretty hot right
He
now.
lived
Terracin.
on the beach to get tan.
What do I need to do to find evidence of survivors of my tribe?
His town was destroyed.
What do you need to do to find evidence
They killed all the
survivors of your tribe?
boys.
Or what do I need to do to find evidence that will lead me to survivors of my tribe?
He became annoyed.
No, has to go
No, destroyed.
rhyme. Then the second word.
AABBA.
You guys trying to
Can you contact
Hey.
any god with this? Because it just says a god. It doesn't say your
Limericks,
god.
yeah.
I think
It's
it's specific.
Okay, yeah. That's right.
Like, anybody else want to ask a question of their particular god?
Why?
I don't have one.
We can move forward while you can talk the reply. We don't need to wait.
Wait, you want to talk to my god?
Do you want to talk to your god?
You get a
Wouldn't mind me.
response.
Yay. Is it from Reza?
You're not sure.
Ha! Because it comes out of my mouth.
The phone number you called.
Joe's eyes go white and he just opens up.
It's more of the
This is an
feeling.
Ace Ventura
You don't get the
situation
over
now.
oppressive godly feeling from it, so you think it's subordinate. Just
Oh, I got her secretary.
You got voicemail.
I got a 21 for survival time.
what it says is the path you are on will lead you to the conclusion of everything you currently seek.
Goddamn cryptic reply. Okay. It's not helpful.
Everything you seek, huh?
I wonder if this druid thing is gonna be like who can kill the most floorbolts or something.
Gee, well, there's only one of us.
Who kills him first?
That's when I do stone shape and just become a rock.
Nobody wins.
And they're like,
One guy comes out with a hammer.
it's like the guy pulls out a maul. I'm ready for this one.
I've been waiting my whole life for this.
Is it a construct if he turns to stone?
Huh?
I
No.
think so.
I can stone shape. Or
If
whatever
you
it's
chiseled someone while they're in stone shape into a different thing, would they turn into that when they came back?
love
I
that
don't
question
think so.
much. No,
called. It's an interesting thought experiment, though.
That it's just that quantity of flesh is no longer
Oh.
on their bodies.
Oh, ow.
They just turn into like a gnome-shaped blob of guts.
And then it just falls into a puddle.
Gore.
Just bleh.
Yeah, because when you turn to stone, you're just stone. Like you're dead.
Oh,
Like you're not something that's currently a statue. You're just a statue.
I was thinking about fantasy plastic surgery.
Yeah.
You're gonna plaster more on.
No, just
So, anyways,
Come on.
you guys are traveling on, and I assume the plan is to just head west.
West. Yes, you said it.
Why?
It's my favorite.
I give everyone a rousing speech about it's
I
about
feel like he gives the same
The
speech
dangers of peer
every
pressure.
day.
yeah to you, but no, this time it's about the importance of nobility and why their role is vital to the stability of the realm.
God, it's elementary school all over
It's
again.
a Republican convention.
We all have to stand up and do the Pledge of Reina every morning.
I pledge allegiance to Reina, who I'm pretty sure is illiterate.
That's why he hates books. Oh my god, he can't read.
It all makes sense.
Didn't we come to that conclusion though with this contract?
Right, but then he also went to school for like 100 years before we met him.
He knows how to read and write so many languages.
He's literally the only one who reads letters that get sent to us and writes letters out.
Yeah.
Not that we ever look at them to see if they're.
That's why he won't let us see the letters. They're all pictographs.
No! He has to digest them.
It's
and then
his dad
finally,
hugging him and then admonishing him.
he gives you the notes. You guys can never read the notes. That's your decision.
Because there's scribble.
In case it matters, I scored a 21 for survival to find my way.
Find your way. I still am kind of wanting to make sure I know where you guys are finding your way to.
We're heading 45 miles in the direction
grove of Briar's Patch.
right,
Country roads.
exactly as the sign foretold.
I just wanted to make sure that was the
Sunshine
plan.
on my shoulder.
Because I was afraid that you guys were going to choose to like go to
I know
Weirdo
how to
Land.
play so many John Denver songs.
Weirdo Land. That's intriguing. Tell me more.
Yeah, I thought so.